Alright, we'll see what both players are able to pull out here. Let's jump into our winners final set of Flashpoint number 7. Potentially our most stacked winners finals of... Well, no. Winners finals has been SnessFresh versus Pete before, so I can't really say that. But what I can say is it's about to be a banger set between these two. Can anyone stop the wrath of SnessFresh's land? Right now, Maple throwing out these projectiles, and actually SnessFresh's shield is looking pretty low. Wasn't able to get these pairs off, instead getting the shield brought down very, very low. Still at a pink level. This is probably the lowest I've ever seen SnessFresh's shield. Maple trying to get something going. Maple playing things super patiently, knowing that SnessFresh can send out these projectiles and space out as much as he wants. But Maple has projectiles of his own and waits for the perfect opportunity to run up and grab forward throw into up air. Projectiles come back out. SnessFresh on the back foot now. Maple going for as many ledge traps as possible, saying I am going to push this advantage as far as I possibly can, which is kind of what you have to do against Sness right now, and against this new and improved land. Neutral special projectiles coming out. I would argue that... What am I arguing now? I would imagine when Thanatos gets his 5th colorful sticker, it'll probably be something to do with that neutral special. Maybe make it bigger, maybe make it go out a little longer. But we can talk about hypotheticals as much as we want. The one sure thing we know is that Maple has taken the first stock off of SNES. It's just a rarity, and has been a rarity in this bracket. We'll see if Maple's able to make a run and take what I believe is to be SnessFresh's first game loss in Flashpoint 7, if Maple can get it here. But of course, SNES isn't going to make that happen. Dash attack sends backwards for some reason. That was a weird interaction, but something Flash Party. Right now, Maple taking this lead and rolling with it. Oh, but SnessFresh almost gimps Maple, with Maple ready for it. Hits that tech, but gets that dash attack, not quite killing though. And Maple stalling things out once again, making the edge guard hard for SNES. Land, of course, very, very good at the edge guard, but is also susceptible to getting reverse edge guarded because of that very slow frame. Goes to the up air instead of the fair. Regardless, SnessFresh air dodges down, gets clipped with the neutral special. Very, very strong and very, very hard for Thanatos to really space out that up B properly to avoid getting hit by it, and that's going to be Maple paying for it with his stock. No damage yet until it hits that side B, but not able to get a full conversion off it. And SnessFresh actually... Maple seems to have figured out what to do against these neutral special tornadoes better than anyone has immediately in the game one. Going all the way down, but the up B tornado from SnessFresh actually sends Maple too high. That would have been a confirmed kill. But, funnily enough, Maple actually falling out of his own up B move and goes for it again, but SnessFresh no punish. But Maple does get hit by that neutral special projectile. SNES goes all the way down, goes for the down air that sealed Nitro's fate. But a little hasty with it perhaps, and gets a little bit punished, not with the stock, but with more percents that could add up very, very quickly. Already at 146%. One strong move from Maple will absolutely do it. Back throw will. Guards the side B and grabs right out of it. And SnessFresh is on the back foot here, and Maple actually looking poised to at least get the momentary lead, if anything. Lets the neutral special send him up so that he's able to get in position for a neutral air. That's one thing that's Maple has been doing that the other opponents have not. Because I think once you realize that you kind of have to get hit by that neutral special tornado, you can use that to your advantage. You don't have to jump, because it is essentially, you can make it the equivalent of a short hop. You can make it an extended jump. You can make it a full hop if you really want. Because if the one thing land players, well, most land players don't expect is for you to just run in and use that to your advantage. SNES, of course, being the experienced land, he knows that that is a potential option. But combine that with top player adaptation, and you have yourselves a Maple taking game one off of the #1 seed, and I believe he's on 3 or 4 Flashpoint wins at this point. That's going to be Maple taking game one over SnessFresh. I need to change the names. And it looks like they are going to train. It's SnessFresh versus SnessFresh. Oh my god, it's the SnessFresh mirror match. No, it's going to be Maple versus SnessFresh, and Maple going out to early lead. Can he make it continue as SnessFresh switches on to the Macalon? Says Maple Note perhaps knows what to do against land just a little too well, so switching onto the Macalon, trying to get some sort of momentum going. So far, doesn't quite seem to be working out in his favor, 10 to 32%, but SnessFresh running with the Macalon. Saw Smog's Macalon a little earlier. This is a completely different beast, though. Try a top tier piloted by the one of arguably the best players in the world. And if obviously can't speak for Japan or EU, but honestly I would say SnessFresh is definitely one of the best players. Up there. Top 5. Top 3 even. Top 1 in NA for sure. But anyways, Maple actually proven why he should also potentially be in that competition for number 1. Because he's putting SnessFresh to task right now. But goes for a bit of an errant up B, an greedy up B, and SnessFresh able to punish that greed with a tail spike to take the first stock of this game. But Maple looking for a rebuttal very, very quickly. Maple fishing for some kind of advantage up high. Parries the Flame Breath and gets a forward smash. Not going to quite kill just yet, but SnessFresh, again, playing things super, super patient. Playing the Macalon style game, played the land style game before. But Maple said, F out of here with that stalling. I'm here with the huge frickin' scythe, and I'm going to make sure your life is a living heck for the Dragon of Ancient Times. Oh, catches the roll in with the stomp. Too close for a spike. Off to the Flame Breath instead. Just a solid amount of percent done. Goes for the dash attack. Maple wisely air dodging through it. Macalon going out. Oh, instead of going for the recovery, immediately hits the up air, but does still, unfortunately, gets gimped by the Macalon, of course. When you have someone who struggles to recover as much as Thanatos does, combined with the infinite ledge guard ability of Macalon, if Maple gets sent off stage, it is going to be a rough time for him. Good tries to run and goes for the grab, goes for any attack, but SnessFresh jumps out of the way and hits with forward air. Maple trying to get something going. Sness goes for an early stomp, but just off the mark, and Maple hits a huge down air. Ooh, nothing yet. Goes for another stomp, gets caught out with the grab. SnessFresh goes high. He's willing to stall things out. Up a stock, well, you know what they say. You know the vibes. Goes for a bit of a greedy down special that potentially trying to end it all. But Maple a little too wise. Unfortunately, Sness just below the range of that up air. Oh, goes for a dash attack, not hitting though. 140% onto SnessFresh though. Maple, even though he's down to stock, it's looking very comfortable. Goes for the 4th throw into up air, but SnessFresh does some great DI knowing what Maple wants. Side B into the stage. Doesn't quite get things going. 4th throw into neutral special. Gets these specials out. Spacing things out. Trying to bait the fake, going for a down throw or a down tilt of sorts. And Maple in a recovery situation again. And SnessFresh goes for the down special. Gimping Maple and forcing him down into the blast zone. It's going to be 1-1 on both ends of the spectrum. Going into this game 3, we have ourselves a set on our hands, ladies and gentlemen. Running it back to train, same character, same everything. I think that early up B from Maple really costing him there, potentially costing him a chance at taking that game too. We'll see what happens here. Maple feeling himself a little bit too much in that game number 2, but we'll see what changes here. Both players just running around, but Maple, it draws first blood here. Side B is coming out, goes to the forward air, and SnessFresh wisely air dodging out of the way. Neutral up, caught by the 4th throw into forward air. And Maple, so far, all damage has been unanswered. 63%, 72, 81 on to SnessFresh already. Maple looking firmly in control back to his ways, saying, you get one game. Took one game for me to adapt to your Macalon, and right now I'm running with it 89% already. Looks for back throw though, and SnessFresh able to even things up. Not even things up, sorry. Find his way back into a little bit of advantage. He goes for the down tilt, but SnessFresh counters with that stomp. A very powerful move. So many follow-ups that can be done off it. Goes to instant turnaround back air. Able to find those. But Maple playing with the right mixture of patience and aggression goes in. Potentially, I would have thought he went for a grab there. He actually goes for a dash attack and just getting SnessFresh jumping out of shield. Potentially trying to look for a kill there. Not quite though. Both players at kill percent. 75% does not feel like kill percent, but when you're against Macalon, anything is kill percent. It's now a 90 is definitely kill percent. So SnessFresh though, one strong fair forward tilt, anything would absolutely kill. But SnessFresh hits a dash attack of his own. Both two of the strongest dash attacks in the game. Gets the ledge guard though, and the flame breath into the affair. Gives SnessFresh the first stock again. We'll see if Maple is able to find that quick rebuttal, and he does with the catching that jump with the strongest back air in the game, or at least one of Thanatos' very, very strong back air. Sness trying to get something going there. Use the flame breath to get the ledge fall. Maple with that instant up B, but it's looking dicey. No jump. I lied. There was in fact a jump. No more jump anymore though. Has to use the air dodge. Oh, actually sends up. It's forced to send up there, but doesn't matter. Putting back in that ledge trap scenario. Has to use the air dodge again. This is easy ledge guard for SnessFresh to hit. It's looking dicey. Maple going for an early up B. Tries to get the fade back, but just a little too far out. And Thanatos' shortcomings are being exposed in this one moment. SnessFresh playing that perfect hat stock perfectly. And just like that, finds himself at a pretty much a full stock lead. What can Maple do? Fourth throw, neutral air. Oh, goes for that huge back air, but unfortunately, it's a little too low percent for it. SnessFresh to fall for it. Air dodge to ledge. Really does not want to get put into a situation where Thanatos can do it. Actually delays the get up, but SnessFresh wising up a little too wise for that. Goes for the spike, but Sness with the amazing smash here, able to attack off the stage. Oh, and just gets clipped with the edge of that flame breath, and does it again. That's SnessFresh taking that third game and going up in the set. After that first game, Sness said, "No more playing around with land." He said, "I know I'm good with Macalon. I know what to do." Maple unable to really find an answer. Those last two stocks are really in SnessFresh's favor. Can Maple find an answer? Perhaps in the answer of a stage. I accidentally clicked end stream. That's going to be fun to edit in the VOD. But going into this game, number 4. That's never happened to me before. My bad. Anyways, early stomp coming out from SnessFresh. And Maple on the back foot saying, "I can still do this with Thanatos. I just have to play pretty much perfectly." But that flame breath saying, "Nah." 102% already on Maple. It's been 15 seconds since the game started, and already in an edge guard situation. This is looking bad for Maple. SnessFresh knows exactly how to edge guard Thanatos, and that's an essential basically a 0 to death from SnessFresh, and it's looking dicey for Maple despite a very, very strong game 1. That was against the land. The Macalon is a different beast. SnessFresh going back to a soul main, so to speak. He plays land for fun, and that usually gets him the wins, but when push comes to shove, he brings out the beast. He brings out the demonic beast of ancients. Macalon, no punish on that up B, but of course, still able to find an advantageous position. 9% taken per stock. This is looking dicey for Maple right now. SnessFresh commanding lead. Does not get the side B follow-up, perhaps hit the stage. Oh, a little bit off on the flame breath this time. Maple catching a little bit of a break. And able to land a little bit of that up B, but dash attack getting shielded by SnessFresh. But Maple finds his way back into advantage. Up air's coming out now, juggling Macalon. Oh, potential. I would have gone for the up B there, if nothing more than to send a statement, but right now, Sness still in control. Well, I should say Maple's in control now. Sness still with the very, very large over 2 stock lead. Ooh, goes for the up B. I respect it, but unfortunately, not quite there. And SnessFresh able to get the forward air. Doesn't even care if you have to trade with it. Gets the 3 stock on Maple, and that is going to be 3-1 in Sness's favor, sending Maple down to the loser's bracket. While SnessFresh sits pretty in grand finals winners side.